All right, here we go, guys. It's the big and scary match as we are taking on Boise State on the road. The press that was just talking to me in the tunnel was talking about how this is a big rivalry match and all of this other stuff. And I'm not so certain about that. I'm not really convinced that this would really be a rivalry match. This isn't like playing against Utah, right? But this is a club that we're hoping to beat. And I can't tell if it's sold out or not. It looks like there are some empty seats. I will also say that the field looks normal, which is different than Boise State's blue like turf that they have in if you ever watch actual American college football. And we have wound up with the ball here at the start, and then Boise State intercepted right away. This is a match that we might lose, so let's see what happens. Now, if we lose this one, I think we're still in first place. We're playing quite well so far this season. We are expected, though, to lose. Bowden steps back for the free kick, knocks this one forward, and boy, that's a good save there by the Boise State goalkeeper. That's going to lead to a corner. And yeah, I don't think this is sold out. Maybe it is. It's kind of hard to tell. Maybe it is sold out. It's kind of all those seats are the same colors as the people who are standing on top of them. And so we'll see. It's Boise State here with the ball as Knight is taking this up with his mohawk, and he passes over to Davies, and Korn, fortunately for us, is there to make the stop and to grab it with both hands and will not let go. And we'll see here. We're about 16 minutes into this match. There's Evan Bowden with the free kick, and it's over there to Matt Williams. Matt Williams just can't quite get his head onto it, and that goes out for a goal kick, and it goes backwards, and we win this in midfield. Thank you, Son Hyun Taek. Over to Aldana to Martin. Martin down to Garcia. Son Hyun Taek moving up there in the side, and let's see if we can cross it in. The cross goes into Martin, and there should have been another crossover to Aldana, but he unfortunately was not open. And so it's another goal kick there for Boise State. Alpha Doe, though, wins that midfield over to Silvas, and then back to Chris Gallagher, over to Doe again. Doe back to Chris Gallagher, and we definitely have our A-team in here today, up to Son Hyun Taek, over to Garcia again. Garcia penetrates a little bit, thinks better of it, back to Silvas, over to Son Hyun Taek, to Silvas again, now to Bowden. Bowden, and he just sort of lobs one up there, trying to lob the keeper from a really kind of odd range, and it doesn't happen. I wonder if Evan Bowden isn't feeling a little bit nervous, which is why he's making some of these rather poor decisions. It's with Silvas again, then it's over to Bowden. Bowden tries to beat his man, and he does, and there's a cross to nothing, and it's a goal kick. I guess that went out somewhere. I didn't see that. Silva for Boise State is able to win this ball back, but Alpha Doe is able to get off of him, but then it goes down to Knight. And Knight brings this one up here on the right-hand side, and he crosses it over to Davies, and oh boy, that was really, really bad by Korn. That was really bad by Korn, who decided to dive down on the ground for a ball that was in the air, and Reddy there is ready with the goal. And that was really, really poor by Korn. Man, oh man. So Knight lobs this one up, and here's Davis with this. It's off Gallagher. Korn reacted to it. Silvas could have played that a little bit better, I suppose. This is just a bad job all around. And Silvas, I don't know why he was that far back since he's playing in an attacking position. It's 1-0 Boise State, and as I said, this is a match that we might end up losing. Reddy here with the corner for Boise State. He steps back and then fires, and Korn is able to jump up and grab it. And let's see what he's able to do next with it. Korn walks with it a little bit, looking for someone to pass it to, and then he just throws it out to Alpha Doe. Alpha Doe takes this forward and lops it forward to Garcia. Garcia up to Bowden. And now all those players that we have there clogging up the middle might help us. It's with Amutenya, and unfortunately for us, it's knocked out for a throw. And it was sort of an idea. Amutenya now with the highlights still going and throws it into Silvas, and then it's intercepted just about right away. And so that will end our part of this highlight, but we're still watching this Garcia with it now as we have intercepted over to Bowden, and he passes it straight over there to Cesar Aldana, which is exactly what Evan Bowden should be doing, and Aldana is not going to miss that. 1-1 is the score as we have tied this match, and suddenly this is looking pretty good. Garcia with a pretty good play here, running through the middle, passed it over to Bowden. And Bowden there, instead of taking the shot, decided to pass it right in front of Aldana, despite the fact there were four men circling in on him. And that Cesar Aldana is just a little bit faster, and he had a little bit of space to make it happen. 1-1 now the score. And Yeah, it looks like Matt Williams is having a poor match. He's probably going to come off here at halftime, and it looks like we are going to wind up just sort of pushing our way straight through to halftime. So pretty good from us so far. Chris Gallagher, I saw, got yet another yellow card, and that's common for this team. No matter what happens, our central defenders will wind up with yellow cards. It's kind of like the rule. We have apparently been controlling possession. I haven't even looked at the match stats. And Matt Williams, you're going to come off. We're going to put Jimenez on and sort of see what he's got. Everybody else seems to be having a good game, though I would have put the blame on that goal not on Williams, but on David Korn, who I think did not do the right thing. And as Boise State with the ball here early on, and they've lumped this one forward, thankfully, instead of actually trying to work it forward, and that means that we are able to end their highlight. Here's another Boise State one, though, and oh man, Silva's there, but thankfully, I was going to say Alpha Doe is going to intercept, and instead he fouls him in the penalty area. That was ridiculous. Alpha Doe was in a possession to just sort of take the ball off of his man and doesn't do it, and then waits for him to get into the penalty area, and then he commits a stupid foul instead of getting in front of him, and that's going to be a penalty. Yeah, that was clearly a penalty. Poor play by Alpha Doe, who gets the yellow card. And this is not very good for us. Korn is about to give up goal number 2 here in this match. I don't think he makes the save. And he does make the save. Oh, man. Wow. Wow. David Korn keeping us in this match. He not only makes the save, but he's able to grab onto the rebound because nobody decided to run up. This is really poor from Boise State. Everybody's standing back with their hands in their pockets. So we are able to overcome a really, really poor performance there by Alpha Doe, giving up that penalty, and we're able to get out of that without scoring. Now, we're about 60 minutes into this, and they are looking good for another shot, but Darren Silvas was able to charge the one down. This is another corner here for Boise State, and it's going to be Knight taking this one. And we do need to make a couple of substitutions. We're not able to clear it, unfortunately, but this time we are. Bowden's able to get onto it to Martin, and but it's another Boise State throw, just as I was about to pause things and try to get something going on. And Reddy, oh my gosh, Reddy is able to get that little deflection and makes the shot, and that's his second goal of the match, and it's 2-1 Boise State. And, I mean, a lot of things I think went wrong there, so we'll take a look and see exactly what happened. It went back to Davis over to Parkinson, and Parkinson had that blocked by somebody, and Reddy was just right in the right place at the right time. And whoever's guarding him needs to do a better job, I would say. And now we're going to go ahead and make our substitutions. So Sun Hyun Tech is tired. We put Chavez on, and I think we're going to take off Grant Martin, and we're going to take off Garcia as well, as they're having poor matches, and Alpha Doe also is having a poor match. So that's a really, really big chain of substitutions, but we kind of need to do it because we have a number of guys who've decided kind of not to show up today. And it's Parkinson now who knocks this forward over to Clark, then back to Parkinson for Boise State. And Aldana is able to take it off of his man, and let's see if he does this himself or what happens. Aldana can't do it himself. He's not quite fast enough. Amutenia with it now, and he takes it over again on that right side. Amutenia passes it to Bowden. Bowden over to Silvas, and Silvas misses the shot, and that would have been the equalizer. And, I mean, he just barely misses that one, just right off of, it looked like the inside of that post. Yep, off the inside of the post, and it knocks straight out. And that was a really, really good thought and a really good idea. And that is, unfortunately for us, the end of the highlight. And so I tell you, if we lose this one, as usual, there are going to be a couple of fines that are levied. And we may not have the sparkling, happy clubhouse cohesion that we had coming into this match if we are unable to tie this one. And here is Silva again, and Korn is able to make the save. And we have about 10 minutes left to get ourselves back into this. And here's McNellis. McNellis with this already has a yellow card, even though he's been on for only about 10 minutes. Over to Amutenia, then to Bowden. Bowden back to McNellis. McNellis now moves this forward, finds Roca over to Chavez, over to Roca again. Jim takes it forward, passes up to Bowden, and Bowden scores the equalizer. There you go, Evan. And so I've been complaining, if you've read the blog, about how Evan Bowden will get the he'll get the man of the match, even though he doesn't score the goal. So he scored that one. And, I mean, this is just well thought out and well designed. This little pass looking for Bowden since Aldana is being double-teamed. And he just takes it one time, takes one little dribble, and then shoots. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. And it's a 2-2 match. And let's see if we can do something here. Silvas is tired, but we don't have anyone left to bring on. We've made 5 substitutions. McNellis over to Silvas, down to Amutenia, back to McNellis, over to Amutenia again, and he lumps this one forward for Aldana, and oh man, and that hits off of the woodwork, and that was close, oh man, that would have been the winner. And I think that this may turn out being a draw. If this ends up being a draw, that is sort of a moral victory for us because nobody thought that we had it in us to do anything. Reddy misses the goal entirely, fortunately, and he misses his hat trick. It's over to Jimenez now, and then up looking for Aldana, can't find him. It's over to Roca. Roca over to Benitez. Benitez looking down. He passes this one over to Chavez, and is back to Benitez, over to Jimenez. Jimenez over to Silvas. Silvas, and Silvas should have passed that. He should have passed that forward and just look for Aldana, which is what you want to do, not take a shot by yourself. And that's going to be the end of this match. And we have come away from this one. Oh, my goodness. No, we do have extra time. That's right. I forgot about this. They don't allow you to have draws in this wonderful editor data file. This is another one of those things that maybe we might want to reconsider because we're going to have some really tired players since we can't sign anyone, Benitez now, and that was not very good by Benitez, and that's the reason why he doesn't play that often. Fortunately for us, though, that is the end of their highlight for Boise State, as that was a really wayward pass. Ciro Benitez is not exactly a great player. Robbie McNellis not having a great match, and here's Fuentes for Boise State, and we end up winning this one off. Gallagher knocks this one back, looking for somebody out there, anybody, and it's back with Boise State, and they're looking aggressive again. Lozano now with it, and we're going to be able to win this one off of him or not. Well, it's back down to Greenridge, and Bowden makes another big block, but it's not good enough as Harris has it now in a attacking position. And there's that pass over to Reddy to Loanzo and Lozano, whoever that is. And it ends up with Korn at the end, so it doesn't matter who anyone's name is. We just sit back and wait and see what happens next. Darren Silvas is tired, but I don't think I have anyone to bring on for him. I will check in a second. I would rather he stay on because he's playing well. Screw checking it. We're just going to go forward. I don't care. I don't care how tired he is. He can put in a little bit more. We're down to one match a week now since we're out of the College Cup. Chavez over to Jimenez, and that's the end of that highlight. I'm not sure that we've put together really much of an attack in this or not. And as you can see, as usual, our defensive wall all has yellow cards. We have a sea of yellow in defense. That's the way that we play. Bowden now with the corner, and he rides up and fires and goes back to Silvas, and it's up to Bowden. Over to Silvas again, over to Bowden. And he misses everything. Everybody stopped on that. I think that they thought there was a foul called. Bowden now with the free kick and looking for Gallagher, can't find him. It does get to Gallagher in the end, though, over to Bowden to Jimenez. And Jimenez over to Gallagher. Jimenez just looks so tired. Mutenya now was offside, and he tries a cross, and it doesn't happen. There was no call for that offside. That was pretty clear. Roca now up, and he just takes a shot from range that almost goes in. Man, Jim, I tell you, the 16-year-old's pretty good, isn't he? They lob it back forward. Ends up with Gallagher to Bowden. Bowden up to Chavez. Chavez over to, it ends up with Aldana, who scores a goal, but he's offside. We'll take a look and see, but I'm pretty sure that he was offside on that. That looked offside the whole way. I don't think that he ever had the defender behind him. And they give us the goal. They count it, which is really, really surprising. If you look at this, he's offside. Oh, he was onside. He was onside by about, like a foot maybe, if you're really, really generous as soon as that ball was passed. We'll take a look here, and we will see what happens. And, yeah, look at that. He's offside just by a little bit because that defender is about to fall down. They're trying to play the offside trap, and it doesn't work. We have 4 more minutes left in this match. This has been a long, long match because it's the American way. You can't have ties. Bowden with it now. Bowden walks this up. Over to Chavez, over to Roca, back to Jimenez. Jimenez over to Chavez. Chavez over to Silvas. Silvas, and he just can't even keep up with the ball. He's so broken. McNellis now with it. McNellis passes this back to Korn. Of course, I should take him out, but I won't. Silvas with it again, over to Chavez. That's what you do. Use your teammates over to Roca, and man, we have an advantage in men. Over to Benitez. Benitez over to Mutenya. He finds Bowden. Pass it, Evan. And he shoots, but Aldana is there to get the rebound and will score, and that is going to be onside. That's got to be. Aldana could not have been offside because he just stood back and waited for the rebound. And now they've disallowed it. That's ridiculous. Let's see where he was when the shot was taken. That's ridiculous. It's a bad call. That's just a bad call. He was behind his man. I thought it was pretty clear. 3-2 still BYU. It's good that we still have the lead. It could be worse. Gallagher goes back and grabs that one, and then, they have passed it around us pretty nicely there, and Jimenez with it, and he forces a corner. And we are huffing and puffing and running on fumes here, and here's the corner coming in from Harris. Harris knocks this one forward, and it's McNellis who's able to head that one out. He goes back, though, to Reddy at the ready, and he scores, and that's the equalizer. Oh, my goodness. And so that controversial goal that was taken away from Aldana is matched up by a really, really solid goal there from Reddy, who seals his hat trick with that one. And it's a 3-3 match, and we keep going. Reddy takes this shot from like the middle of nowhere, and it goes in. I mean, it's just incredible. What a shot for his hat trick. What a game there by Reddy. And now we have to be at the ready playing defense here again, and there's a ball looking forward that's really, really, I would say, optimistic. Horn knocks this forward. We're just lumping it there. Aldana can't even get to it, and that's going to be the end here. McNellis with it over down Mutenya. Lots of offense in this one. A lot of things for the neutral observers to like. 3-3 was the final score. BYU dominated possession, 60% of possession, but we had a worse XG than they did. And, I mean, they just had excellent finishing there from Maurice Reddy. What a match he had. Boy, I sure hope you enjoyed that one. I'm going to have to sit down after that match. Talk to you later. Bye.